Welcome back to the show. We got AFC and NFC Championship week going on. Going to be making my picks. I went 2-2 last week, not the best. Thankfully, the Bills were the only one that I had my parlay that busted. So after the Bills lost, I was able to reload. But Bills Broncos went to overtime, even though they had 5 turnovers on the game. Bills totally threw that game away. If they can just hold back on, I don't even know, 2 of the turnovers, they win this game pretty convincingly. And then also the terrible news that Bo Nix broke his ankle. That's really tough. And then you had the Seahawks 49ers. I had picked the 49ers to cover. Was dead wrong about that one. Seahawks were so dominant, absolutely killed them. The luck of the 49ers ran out. The injuries finally caught up to him. I was hoping Fred Warner would be back for that spread pick, but he wasn't. So that was really heartbreaking. But still was able to win some money last week. Hope you're able to win some money too. We're going to make our picks this week. I'm going to start with the Patriots Broncos. That's the first game. On DraftKings, the line is only 4.5. I'm kind of surprised by that. On other sportsbook, 5.5 is the line that I've seen. So if you're going to make your picks for spreads, I would definitely recommend to go on DraftKings. You'll get the best odds. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Patriots 4.5. I think that's a pretty easy cover for them. I think that they'll probably even win by more. When I make my official parlay, I'll probably actually up the spread a little bit, probably to like a 6.5, get a little plus 100 odds, something like that. But I just think the Broncos without Bo Nix, it might be ugly. They should have lost last week. Josh Allen really gave the game away. Drake May, even though he was going against that vaunted Texans defense, which is better than the Broncos defense, he was still able to put up 26 points on them. I think the Patriots also have a really underrated defense. In terms of passing, they're actually only a little bit behind the Broncos when it comes to pass defense. So I think they're going to really cause some problems for Jarrett Stidham. Totally would bet on Jarrett Stidham to at least have one interception. Patriots, I think, will be able to capitalize off of any turnovers that the Broncos have. And I'm just not so sure how much the Broncos are going to be able to stop Drake May. It really just depends if Drake May can avoid those fumbles that he's been having. For whatever reason, he's just holding the ball like a loaf of bread. He's just losing the ball. So not sure what's up with that. But I do think the Patriots will win fairly big, at least by a touchdown. I'm going to take the 4.5. That one feels pretty easy. It's really a shame the Bo Nix news came out. If Bo Nix wasn't hurt, it would probably be completely different. The line still being 4.5 with Jarrett Stidham as the quarterback says a lot. I think it says that the Vegas is viewing this as Bo Nix isn't that important to the Broncos team. We'll see if it turns out that way. I think that Bo Nix is pretty vital. I think him not being there really, really hurts. He just was really hurting the Bills with his legs and his arm. He was doing a really solid job, played a really good game. So it's a shame he won't be there. That makes this Patriots pick so much easier for me. But since we only have 2 games, I'm going to be picking the totals as well. And for this one, I'm really liking the under here. Broncos obviously have a vaunted defense. Drake May, I think, is definitely guaranteed for 21, over 20 points. But Broncos without Bo Nix, and they're having to face that vaunted Patriots pass defense. And it's not to mention they're missing who was it? J.K. Dobbins. They don't have J.K. Dobbins. They have R.J. Harvey, the rookie. He's been really solid. He's definitely more of a pass catching back. That's more of the vibe that I get. So I don't think they're going to be able to capitalize on Patriots run defense or anything like that. It's going to have to come down to Jarrett Stidham, and I just don't have a whole lot of faith in Jarrett Stidham. Only 4 starts to his point in this career, so I do not like that. And I don't think the Broncos will be able to put up very many points. Patriots defense, totally underrated. I would say Broncos cap is probably like 17 points, but they do also have a solid defense, so I think they'll be able to relatively contain the Patriots. Can't see the Patriots going over 30. I would say final score probably end up being like 24-14. Definitely hitting the under. Patriots covering. I like that one. And then we had the game, the NFC Championship, which is probably like the real Super Bowl. I think these 2 teams are the best 2 teams in the playoffs in the NFL. But we get to watch it for NFC Championship. This is their 3rd rematch. Rams, though, not been very hot. Seahawks, incredibly hot. Seahawks coming off of absolutely murdering the 49ers. And then you have the Rams, who had a really close game against the Bears. Could have lost if it didn't come down to a DJ Moore, Caleb Williams mistake. If they had just kept pushing the ball, the Rams would have lost. Not to mention the Rams had to have some heroics against the Panthers, who no one really had any respect for. Seahawks also beat the Rams at the end of the season. So I really like the Seahawks to cover in this one. I think it's going to be a great game, though. Matt Stafford, all those weapons. Seahawks got a great defense, phenomenal defense, but I still think the Rams are still going to be able to put up points. I have a lot of faith in Sam Darnold. Special teams has been a problem for the Rams, so keep a lookout for Shaheed. I bet you he's going to be a difference maker when it comes to field position, maybe even return one back for a touchdown. So love the Seahawks to cover against the Rams. I also like the over in this one, even though that Seahawks defense is great, phenomenal. I'm going to take the over in this one. Rams offense has been elite. Seahawks missing Charbonnet. That really hurts. But Sam Darnold with Jackson Smith and Jigba, Shaheed added to the roster, and Kenneth Walker is more than serviceable. Had a hat trick and touchdowns last game. So love the over in this one too. I think this one will probably be pretty close. It'll be pretty close for the spread. I'm thinking like a 31-27 kind of score, or maybe even like a 30-27. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a great game. I think both of these teams are the two best teams in the NFL right now, but the Seahawks are super hot. The Rams are not. So for that reason, I love the Seahawks. So I got the Seahawks, Patriots going to the Super Bowl. 2014 rematch. No Russ this time, no Tom Brady this time, completely different teams, but that Seahawks defense, very reminiscent of that Legion of Boom team. I'll be really interested to see our Super Bowl, how that goes. I'll probably end up picking the Seahawks. I love the Seahawks this year. Phenomenal. Sam Darnold, he's great. Vikings deserve a ton of hate for letting Sam Darnold go, considering they went 9-8 with just abysmal QB play. If they still had Sam Darnold, they would be in this conversation. They would have been in conversation for the 1 seed. They would have won their division over the Bears. I have no doubt about that. So, Vikings, huge mistake. Front office deserves a lot of flack for letting him go, letting him walk, as he's leading these Seahawks to the NFC Championship, and I think he'll be leading them to the Super Bowl and possibly a Super Bowl victory. So that's my picks for this week. I got Patriots 4.5, covering the 4.5. I think they win pretty solidly, but I still like the under. Both defenses really solid. I think they'll be pretty contained on both offenses. And then Rams, Seahawks, I like the Seahawks to cover. I think it's going to be a close one, and I do like the over in this one. Their last game was an absolute shootout. I think Shaheed will be a difference maker. He'll set up a solid field position for the Seahawks, make it easy for them to score. Rams special teams has been really, really rough this year. So that's my picks. I'll have a parlay coming out before this. Definitely going to have some changes to it. No matter what, I'm going to be picking the Patriots to win and the Seahawks to win. I'll probably change the totals, the lines for the totals. I'll probably bet on Jarrett Stidham to throw a pick. I think that will probably happen. So that's my picks. Hope we go 4-0. We did spreads and totals. 2-2 last week. Looking to be better than that. But I went 5-1 for the wild card round. Hey, I got to be happy with that one. Divisional round just didn't go too well. So appreciate you guys. If you made it this far, leave a like. It really means a lot. Let me know your thoughts on the parlays in the comments. If you think the Broncos are going to be able to upset the Patriots with Jarrett Stidham, it would be a shock. But hey, it's possible. Vegas has it really close. And if you think the Rams are going to be able to pull it off against the Seahawks, Sam Darnold might just choke. Who knows? Let me know. Check out my channel. I got more NFL stuff, college football stuff. Indiana, congratulations. And I got some more stuff over there you might like too. So check it out. Subscribe if you like it. And I appreciate you guys.